Hey, hello, good evening, everybody. We are VP.
Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat.
We are VP News Team, and we
Magandang
are
umaga
gonna.
sa'yo, Jake.
Yes, good morning,
Magandang umaga
Jake.
sa'yo.
Good morning sa inyo mga kakosa at mga katoto.
Good morning, Jake. And how are you in Indianapolis?
Ito, ininjan ako nung kasama ko sa airport. So, hindi ako nakasakay doon sa aeroplano. So, dito lang ako sa Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. That's the story behind it. Hey, everybody, welcome. We're gonna be having this news flash for GenCon 21. Sorry. Going
Hindi
Wala
years.
nang date eh.
Wala nang time skip. Last year
Sorry.
yun.
Sorry. It feels like we're skipping years now because of the pandemic. So,
Hindi pwedeng asterisk year
congratulations.
na naman.
Congratulations, Jake, for your second
Dosage
on
of
those.
life-giving elixir from China. Thank you, China,
you.
for the life-giving elixir.
Thank you for doing your part in society in making
Wala ka
sure
naman
everybody will
nararamdaman
be
dyan,
safe.
Jake.
Wala naman, but I feel like I'm growing an extra limb. Baka sa likod. Para may lumalabas sa spider powers. Hi, Kiyo. Hi, Luvin. Good evening.
Hey, guys.
Jen.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
So thank you for joining us. So what are we gonna be doing today, Jake?
Update.
Well, tonight, first of all, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat at umaga. Tonight, we are reporting live from... Hi, Edwin. Good evening to you.
Hello.
Because if people don't know, this weekend is GenCon weekend.
Yes, it
which
starts
is
today.
Sir.
Yesterday.
yesterday. I know
Thursday.
because I'm here right now, right?
Yes, I'm
the
sorry.
Indiana Convention Center. And if people don't know, GenCon is the largest North America board gaming convention, tabletop convention, every year. Rivaling only SN in Europe. So this is a
At least in
very
North America, right? At least
correct in North America. So this is a very
The US
anticipated
version.
convention every year. Big games are announced in GenCon every year, and big games are released in GenCon every year. So it has a lot of history. Like ako, magpapasok agad ako ng trivia. In 1993, dito release yung Magic, for example, sa GenCon.
Oh, 1983.
Oh,
Wow.
Nandun din ako.
Are you time traveling too right now?
Oo. Nasa Indianapolis din ako na. Magandang gabi, Ron Villaver.
Hey Ron, hey, thank you for joining. So
Hey, Ron.
what are we gonna be doing today is that tonight we're gonna be sharing with you 5 games 15 actually, 5 from each of us of games that we are excited about, we are anticipating, we're looking forward to at least play for GenCon 2021 release.
May correction ako dyan.
Okay.
Sir, di ba yung tong lisato yun yung papabili mo sa akin? Kasi di ba nandito?
Ha?
Papabili. So yun yung pasalubong ko, di ba? Tama ba?
Yes, right.
Yung 5 games na pasalubong sa dyan.
Someone might hear. So we also would like to hear from you the games that you are anticipating for GenCon 2021. I think, Jake, maybe you can share the link. Or wait, I'll do it. So that others
link yung ma-send ko eh.
so that others can also check out the games that are coming out, and they could also share with us what they're excited about. So some of the games will be US release or retail release, right? So don't be surprised if some on our list will be games that have been floating around in the board game scene for quite some time, but the US market release will be in live Indianapolis.
In Indianapolis.
I'm
Hindi
getting
niyo masabing nauna kayo.
The home of Indiana Jones.
So I posted the link, and all the games are there. That's gonna be released, so you can check it out and share with us on the chat games that you want to play or interested. Maybe we have the same. I don't know if we're gonna have a crossover, but I think you guys will have at least one because somehow you've been playing the same games in the same game group.
We're
So
the
I
same
think
person.
so. I think you guys will have at least one or two. Who knows? All right. So are we good? Anything
We're
else,
good.
Ron? Jake?
We're good, we're good.
Let's go ahead with the list. And as we said, people, please play
Hey,
along. Let
hey,
us know
Hans.
your list.
Hello.
Mr. Hans Scanner, long time no speak. Hello, good evening to you. No,
All
nami-miss ko
right.
na yan si Hans, si Mr. Meep, si Chief Meeple. Hey, Chief Meeple.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. Okay. So again, if you have games, just place it down in the comments. Sure, we'll read it. We'll discuss it. Why not? All right. Here we go. Let's start.
Before we start, sabi ni Hans, kailan tayo crossover stream?
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
PM
nice.
mo. PM mo ko. Parang pang nangihingi ng presyo sa PM me. PM mo si Denmark. Si Denmark yung pinaka
PM is key daw, PM is key.
PM is key.
Soon. Let's see what we'll talk about it. Okay. Let's go. I guess I'll start. Is it okay? if I start?
Number 5.
Oh yes, okay. Fine. We're ranking this 5-1, right? 5
5-1.
least,
What?
1 most. Did you rank yours, Ron?
Di siya prepared.
Okay. I might have put it on the other way around, but sige, go ahead.
Madali
All right.
yun. Ano mo lang.
Fine. You could have. Okay. How did you make your list before we go further? I did mine with
Sige.
what looks good in my wheelhouse. Somewhere in my wheelhouse. That
I'll-
looks good. Add it.
Sige, go Ron.
Yeah, so for ako, I rated it, I chose the 5 that, well, most comfortable ako. So, expect deck builders.
Have you played
And
any of your
also-
games online? No. Yes. Previews. Just seen previews.
Yeah, previews. Mostly play tests and stuff. Yeah. Common stuff.
Cool.
So that's how I chose my game. So, syempre, interest. Also,
Right.
Designer, actually. If you
Oh,
will-
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. If you
That's a
will
good
notice my list.
choice.
Yeah, that's it. If you notice my list. So,
Cool.
I think 2 or 3 will be coming from one designer. So, yes.
Wow.
Now, Jake, how did you choose your 5 games?
I have a very simple criteria. Like, I looked at the game, and even though sobra ako excited sa kanya, I thought if bibiling ko ba to? So, ganun lang simple. Like, there's so many games na exciting that come out in GenCon every year. Pero hindi naman lahat sila binibili mo, di ba? So, itong 5 pinili ko, these 5 games, I'm pretty sure I will buy in the next 12 months. So,
But you're
Or
there
not.
already. Why don't you just buy it right now?
Pre-order mo na.
sorry. I will play in the next 12 months. Sorry. Kasi bibiling ko na tonight.
Yes.
Correct.
All right. Cool. Okay, let's go. Number 5, at least for
Number
me.
5.
It's
Number-
called Picture Perfect. Okay, so in this
Hindi naman
game,
yan picture perfect.
the-
Oh my.
their perfect moment. So it was released in Europe, I think, but it got my idea because the premise is you are trying to arrange people in taking the perfect picture. So there's a group of people, and you're trying to arrange them into having the best picture for everyone. But the problem is, all of them have their own category or criterias on where they want to sit, what they want to have with their picture, and you are trying to maneuver everyone.
Try to make it more interesting.
So you're trying to maneuver everyone in such a way that everyone will be happy, or at least most of them will. So it's a hidden movement, a social deduction. I think that's the mechanic, and I like how they are clear, see-through standees. Even the the wine bottle, the fruit stand, everything else, they're all standees. So that's I think we're gonna have fun playing this because there's this secret part that you're gonna look at envelopes and see, and how you're gonna try to maneuver people. I don't know yet. Nothing has been described in detail yet, but basically that's the premise. of the game. So that's
So it looks like
picture
a
perfect.
family game, but it feels like it's a game best played with your buddies. It feels like that. Kasi may mga secret
Exactly. I
to,
can
parang ganun, di
already
ba?
see us playing.
Like, I know you. You're a
I-
liar. Parang
Why
ganun.
are you moving that there?
Yeah. Okay. Yun,
Like,
So
yun.
there's
I know
there's gonna
for
be
a
a lot.
fact na hindi ito yung picture na magagawa natin. Hindi ganyan yung picture.
I guess the dog will be on the table. The wheelchair guy will be on the table.
Yeah. This is
I think that's how it's
Yeah.
gonna happen. So hey, if you're interested, maybe do check it out. Picture perfect. All right, cool. And Jake, I think you're up next.
okay.
Picture.
So my number 5 is magsaswap. Ikaw mo magsaswap.
Number 5.
Yes, sir.
Number 5 is Air, Land, and Sea Critters at War. So what? Feeling
Raccoon,
ko,
pig.
exactly. Why do I like this game? There's a pig wearing fatigue in front with a
Yeah.
bazooka. No, but to be serious, this game is a reskin of the game Air, Land, and Sea, which is a
Air, Land, and
two-player game which I first saw reviewed on Shut Up and Sit Down. So the original game was using a generic World War II theme of fighter tanks, jet planes, naval ships, etc.
Mhm.
And then it was a two-player game, whereas merong element of there. If you can see on the screen, it's a two-player game. There are three theaters of war, and you're just trying to outmaneuver and have the higher value compared to your opponent. So parang parang ano
Smash
siya?
up.
Smash up,
Smash up?
exactly.
Okay.
Parang ganon. Face down yung cards, tapos limited lang yung cards in the deck. So you may element of, you can eventually find out ano yung cards that have already been played, etc. Things like that. Maliit lang yung deck eh. So, ganun siya. It's a very
Card
simple,
Cool.
ano yun? Oh yeah, you can card count. Tapos it's like a race to 5 points. So yung coins to the left, I think, are the ways to count 5 points, etc. Parang ganun. So, it was one reason I'm excited is because it's highly rated by Shut Up and Sit Down. Pero for a long time, this game was hard to find. Tapos the very reason I'm excited now is kasi riniskin nga nila. So sobrang
Why
interesting
did
yung
they have
reskin.
to? Why did they have to reskin it though?
I guess to
it looks
appeal.
cute. It looks
Okay.
better.
Di ba, Kiyo? Kita, excited na naman ako, Kiyo, di ba? So, obvious ba bakit nila riniskin?
Excited,
Make
Jake.
people like me excited and buy it. So it's a two-player game. Generally, I don't look forward to buying two-player games unless I'm sure na malalaro ko siya. So I'm sure I can play this with Ron halimbawa. Feels straightforward, feels simple enough, and I really love the reskin. So
You know
I'm
what the
excited.
reskin makes me feel like? It gives me the Metal Slug feels.
Yes, so nga no, para siyang
Metal Slug.
But the pigs are cute.
metal pigs.
Metal pig slugs.
Metal pig slugs. So yun. That's my number 5, Air, Land, and Sea, reskinned into Metal Slug pigs.
Cool. All right. Ron, yours? I think you flipped yours, right?
5.
Is this
Number
flipped or?
5.
All right,
Watch
cool.
me make my own reasons. Why it's number 5?
All right, Ron's number 5 is. Hey, why didn't it move? Ron's number 5 is.
Na-stuck, naghang. Wala, naghang.
There you go.
Hello,
There.
ayan. So, Ryan Locat, Sleeping Gods. All right. So, I've been following the designer for quite some time. So, one, because of the art initially, because of the art. If I'm not mistaken, most of the art, but the world building itself. So that's what got me interested.
That's I think Ryan Laukat did everything, right? Art, production, game. He's Mr.
One-man
Everything.
team.
Exactly.
Yes.
One-man team.
Exactly. And his family chimed in din dun sa trailer
Design.
ng game na to.
Oh,
No,
okay.
the music. The
Oh,
music.
the
sila din
music.
gumawa.
What?
Oh,
So they have
exactly.
everything. Their family has everything. That's unfair.
Yeah, exactly.
Full Laukat production.
Oh, so that's what made me follow itong Red Raven game. Even before, even their small games, such
Yeah.
as yung
8 Minute Empire was theirs. Was good too.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, exactly. So and they always incorporate a little bit of something new in their games, no, moving
Mm-hmm.
forward. But you can still feel the same. But you know you're playing a Ryan Laukat game. I know gets niyo yung mga ganyang feeling when you play games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So definitely, right? So definitely it's from Ryan Laukat. You know you're playing a Ryan Laukat game. Yeah. So what?
How does
So
this
Sleeping
play? How
Gods.
does this play?
hmm, it's more of an adventure, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken. Uh, so if I'm not mistaken, you separate the characters to how many players, but they all get to be played,
Oh wow.
right?
Okay. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So I think there are 8 characters and one captain, and then
Mm-hmm.
you move around the board. You progress the story. So it's kind of like a legacy game wherein you
Okay.
do different
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
scenarios, right? If I'm not mistaken. So
It's a
um,
storytelling narrative game, di ba? Parang ganun.
yes, yes.
It's like near
Which
and
is
far, right? It started with near and far, and he somehow is
uh,
developing that type of game.
yes. Mhm. But this is from
So,
a different series. Sleeping Gods is from a different angle from that series, no? Kasi
so,
we will see the number 4 game later, which is in the series of Above and Below, Near and
okay.
Far, and then the third game.
Oh,
I
So
interesting.
have I
yeah,
have a question. What
hmm.
is Freddie Mercury's part in this game?
Who's Freddie
You're gonna
Mercury?
zoom in at the. I knew it.
Galingan mo mag-zoom. Galingan mo. Ah, oo nga, no? Freddie
Yeah,
Mercury with an iron hammer.
I'm like,
Exactly.
what is he doing?
He's never gonna give you up.
Gago Rick Astley yun. Sorry. Ano ba never gonna give you up? Rick
You
Astley
got
yun.
this crossed over. Hey Wilson, thank you for joining us.
Hey, Wilson. Hey, Fred. Good
Hey
evening.
Fred.
And
Ano yung Papi
so
Gil?
yeah,
Papi G? Papi G. Okay.
Ronnie, hi Ronnie, hi Danilyn. Ronnie saying the guy in black is Andrew Elian.
Actually, tawag dito. You're watching a replay of Takeshi's Castle. Itong episode na to, hintayin mo mamaya, ipapadaanin natin sa mga kuweba yung mga Japanese players. Mamaya, abangan mo.
But I think he's trying to develop that system, right? The storytelling notebook kind of
yeah,
legacy type
definitely.
system.
Yes, actually, all of his games, there's a little bit of storytelling naman. From
Mm.
Above and Below, naalala ko, from Above and Below, meron na siyang storybook wherein yung mga choices that you make during your um, test, kumbaga,
Mm.
progress the story. So,
Skill test.
yeah, yeah. So that's something that the Laucats do
The
with their
Laucats
game.
too. Is that Cthulhu?
Oo
Sleeping
nga.
gods from the ocean? Is that Cthulhu?
No, that's not Cthulhu.
Oh, boo.
Cthulhu.
World,
It's not
different world.
Cthulhu.
It's Laukatulu. Laukatulu. All right.
It's Gojira. It's Gojira.
Cool.
Good Giro.
Cool. This has been out for quite some time, but I think
Yes.
this is the first time it's gonna be
Yes. So this is
released.
the
On
actually
retail.
this is retail. Yeah, retail release.
Mm.
So if you did back it at Kickstarter, I'm sure you already have a copy on your hand by now. So you've played it a few times.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
the retail,
Cool.
retail release.
That's our
Sleeping
number
Dogs.
fives, right?
Kaya kasi
Okay,
number
cool.
5. Kaya kasi number
Now
5.
going to number 4. Why can't I count today?
Number 4.
Number 4. All right, my number 4. Huh?
Whoa.
Can you guess what that game is? Invisible Man?
Invisible Man.
No, it's
How
not.
to stop smoking.
This game is called Dubious, and it's another deduction game. I the reason why this is here, it's one of those covers that, hey, that looks interesting. Add, then you just read. You add first before before you figure out
Judging
what
a
it
book
does.
by its cover, basically.
Hey, but wouldn't this
Oo.
box catch your eye if you see it? Diba? It's like, hey, that's interesting. That looks interesting. So I added it, and it just so happens that it also falls under my wheelhouse of light game that has a little bit of deduction, in which players create a story for their character and they try to make other people guess who they are by having
Ooh.
these cards. There's just a few of the description, and players have to listen carefully to what others have to say about themselves and prove their detective finesse. So maybe if that's how they describe it, maybe you're trying to give out clues, but not precisely exactly who you are or what. Kind of like Dixit in a way,
Or like Spyfall. Parang
or
ganun, no?
Spyfall, right? This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
this is funny. Look, I'm the Dark Lord's henchman. I purchased a cursed sword.
So this
It's
is your
so
role
funny.
in the game. This is
Yes,
your
so that's what
role.
you're trying to do. So that's why I
Ah.
found it like, hey, that looks nice. Play looks good. We can survive that. Sure, why not? Let's give it a try. I'm a
Mm.
shopaholic. I'm a political activist.
Parang parang delikado yung I'm a political activist. Parang ano tayo. Baka maano ka. Mag-away lang kayo.
Hi.
So,
So
nakikita ko na eh. Nakikita ko na pinapractice niya yung skill niya eh. Si Regine eh.
Oo nga eh. Parang gumagano na si Denmark. Wala pa yung game eh. Alam na niya yung mga sasabihin ng kasinungalingan.
Excellent. Smithers.
Excellent.
Add to cart.
Hey Jake, take this pasalubong home for me, okay? So
Oh, sure. Thank to everyone who just joined. By the way, I'm reporting live from Indianapolis. So, pwede kayo magpabili sa akin. Wala pa akong nakikita sa chat what are you looking forward to in
Right.
GenCon in Indianapolis. Hi, Morgan. So, please let us know in the chat ano yung games na you wanna buy and are looking forward to. in
I'm sending the
GenCon.
link on the Board Game Geek site on the previews for GenCon 2021. You guys can check it out. See the games that interest you. Put it on the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's see if any of us also Jake pabili doon ng microwave.
Microwave. Saka send mo sa akin yung size ng paa mo. Size ng paa mo, send mo sa akin. Bibigyan bilang kita rubber shoes.
Umili na topel niya.
Ito, gusto ni Wilson Indiana Pacers jersey daw.
All right. Anyway, before we go further and off the rails,
Number 4.
that was my number 4. Dubious.
4.
It's a Russian. It's a Russian publisher. That's the first one, and then it's first time coming into the North American market.
Hindi mo ma-pronounce, no? Kaya sinabi mo na lang
No.
Russian publisher.
Wait, who published this? I can't.
Sige na,
Never mind.
number
Let's
four,
go.
number
We're good.
four.
We're good. Number
Number
4. That's my
four.
number 4. How about Jake? Your turn. Your number 4 will be.
Sige.
I think this
go.
one.
Issue sa bahay nila Denmark.
My number 4 is Clash of Cultures Monumental Edition. So
This is
this
big.
Monumental.
Monumental.
Monumental. Inaabangan. Clash of Cultures is a dudes on a map civilization type game, not different than like Eclipse, Twilight Imperium, pero obviously it's more of on theme of games like Civilization, things like
Mhm.
that. So this is from the designer Christian Marcusen, who was the same designer of what was that pirate game before? It will come to me, that pirate
It
game.
will
Sige,
come
wait lang,
to me.
na-challenge ako, hanapin ko lang. Hold on, my
No
dear
cheating.
audience.
No cheating.
Hindi, hanapin ko.
Merchants and Marauders. Merchant and
Merchants and-
Marauders. You could
Merchants and
have
Marauders.
waited for me.
Sorry. But anyway, this was this was originally printed in 2012. One of the first Civilization type games. Tapos it was very well received. Tapos it's been out of print for a long time. It had one expansion. Tapos hindi na siya na-reprint ulit. So almost 10 years later, we're getting a reprint of the Monumental Edition.
What
And
makes
it's,
what makes it different if it's a reprint?
It's
What's-
combined with the expansion already.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken. That's why. So interesting yung gameplay niya. Para talaga siyang Civilization. You know, in the PC game where you start with one settler, tapos yung settler magiging city bigla. Tapos
It's a caravan. It's a wagon caravan, right?
So literally, that's how this game works. You also have a settler who walks around the map. Tapos you will start in the city.
It's a
Tapos,
transformer. It's a transformer.
oh, literally. Tapos you also have a dashboard. Di ba alam mo, you have a tech tree in Civilization. In Clash
Right.
of Cultures, you also have that. Na parang you're going down certain military trees, science trees. Will you study writing first? Parang ganun. So ganun siya. Eventually, you end up with elephants and tanks. Parang ganun. So,
Yung
I'm excited.
mga siege, siege units mo.
Oo, mga siege units ka na bigla. You discover fire, tapos yung friend mo na yung kalaban mo just discovered yung writing pa lang. Parang gano'n. Tapos gigirahin mo na siya. So
Wipe
this
out.
is awesome. It's coming from
Cool.
WizKids. So WizKids, medyo hit or miss in terms of miniatures. Minsan, okay. Pero one thing about WizKids
Yeah.
is, even though hit or miss yung miniatures, okay sila mag-pricing eh. I think from experience. Hindi sila masyadong mahal mag-price.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this. Clash of Cultures.
Yeah, recently WizKids have been producing great games. Not really out there like best sellers, but they have good games that are coming out recently. So this might be one of those things that might actually be right in the forefront for them. Because I
Yeah.
bet a lot of people will be waiting for this. If it's out of print for 10 years and it's a good game, yeah, people will be trying to get this. So you better hurry up and go to the WizKids booth tomorrow.
O pabili kayo sa akin, sabihan niyo lang ako.
Dito
No,
sa
I'm
tabi
telling
namin yan,
you.
sa booth 215 yan, 215.
Booth 215. Oh, sige.
Or runs inside
PM
the,
is key. PM is
runs
key.
inside na pala eh. Just ask him tomorrow so that he can research something for you.
Oo nga, oo nga.
Oh,
Magulo dito,
GenCon.
magulo.
All right, cool. That's Jake's number
Number
four.
4.
Ron's number 4 is
Number four.
another Laukat.
It's another Laukat.
Another Ryan Laukat game. Okay, so it's now or never. Oh,
Kanina,
diba?
oo nga eh.
So now or never is the third in the series that started with Above and Below. Above and Below,
Above
and
and
then we
Below.
have yung Near and Far. Ngayon, choice na siya, now or never.
I think this is Ryan Laukat's way of teaching his kids the difference of things. Like, look, above, below.
Yes. Below.
Mauubusan na siya. Mauubusan na siya ng lessons. Left and right.
And far. And
Left and
Big
right.
and small.
Black or white.
Kasi tumatanda din yung mga anak niya eh. Kaya
Yes,
ngayon,
so-
the choices of now or never.
There's now a concept of time for them, right? It's
Oo.
Correct.
cool. This looks
Alright,
nice.
so-
The bear looks nice. Cool. How does this play?
Yeah. So, this, if I'm not mistaken, the setting is 10 years after the end of yung Near and Far. Right? So, it appears everybody is lost and they're trying to find their way back to that certain city. Yeah. All right. So, this is a city building game with resource management. Funny that you mentioned a tech tree. So how this goes is that you build structures that give you bonuses during your turn. But the way it is played out is that you have a 4x5 grid of different structures, and then you can only
Ito
build.
yung nasa screen.
Hey, Javi, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, so, ang una mong pwedeng i-build is the one on the outer part, and that
Okay.
will start your basically tech tree of building, because you can only build the ones that are adjacent to the empty slots of your grid.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and everybody starts with a different set of building cards, building tiles. So, yeah. You can see production-wise,
It's nice.
wooden pieces are
Really
nice.
nice.
And again, the art is a hit or miss for some people, but I like the art. It's simple, it gets right to the
That
point.
mech bear looks interesting.
The
If it's a
namal.
bear.
I think
Is it the namal?
I think it's a cat. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
Kaya pala sabi ni Morgan, that's a Cthulhu. Ganun ba
Oh,
yun?
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Okay.
Ayan. So, yun. So, I'm excited for this. Again, as I mentioned, Ryan Laukat's world building, the stories behind it, the way he has thought of all these things. Yeah. So, that's what I'm really interested in. And the gameplay for Now or Never seems solid. if it continues in the path of above and below, near and far, and now this. So I'm looking forward to this.
Is this
And
storybook also? Is it the one with the ring bind?
No, no, no. I think this one is has a board now. Hindi na
Okay.
siya parang flip through the like near and far.
Okay.
Hindi.
And
Cool.
one thing I noticed, Ron, it seems like you're on a storytelling trend in your
Binge.
games. Parang storytelling
Yeah,
binge
yeah,
yung
yeah.
games na. We're ano na, we're
Recently.
drifting apart, bro. We're drifting apart. dapat
Hindi.
dapat puro deck builders lang, bro.
Tignan mo yung next half ng games ko.
No, but I was just gonna say, if people are also into that same phase of gaming, interesting
Yeah.
tong list mo actually because that's something they can look forward to and
And
buy.
these are highly praised games, huh? Sleeping Gods, Now or
Yep.
Never they have high ratings and raves from reviewers. So if you're on that bench, hey, why not give
If
this
you're
a
on a
try?
similar journey as Ron right now. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ron, you're playing it most with your wife, di ba? So something for people to
Yeah,
also
yeah,
think
yeah.
about. Like if
So
you're
yes,
looking for couple
we
gaming, mukhang interesting tong mga to.
yeah, we enjoy the storytelling din naman.
Cool. Cool.
Only
All
speed.
right. Number 4, and now we're going on to
Number
Number
three.
number 3. Oh, it's me. It's me. My number 3 is from WizKids. It's
Okay.
Turbo Sleuth.
Wow.
Turbo Slot.
Another hidden identity game.
Oo nga
Ah,
Sa
Why are
Denmark
we not surprised?
Parang,
no!
hilig
You know
hilig
what?
mo magtago ng katotohanan.
You know what got me?
Yeah, na yan.
I think this can be played up to 12, 10 or 12 players.
Yan na naman yung ang daming friends ni Denmark. 10, meron siyang 10 friends. Tapos tayo.
I have 10 to 12 friends. Hey, why not?
Report nga to si Denmark.
I have 2 already here on the stream, so I have 8 more floating around. And there are a lot of people on the chat. They're all my friends. So,
Tata, one time we will play Turbo Sleuth.
so
On
Turbo
stream.
Sleuth is a puzzly speed-solving game in which players compete simultaneously to find the solution for the round's challenge. I think that's why you're connecting the person to an item, and then you're trying to figure out who done it, and
May
with what?
special element.
yeah. So you can search
Oh.
quickly.
Not special, spatial. Not special.
You can search quickly for the right clue, some of which might look right at the first glance, but it will lead you astray. So that's interesting, and you can attempt to solve it one time, I think, and that's it. No, if you're wrong, and then the others have a chance. So I like the aspect that it's a speed game, and it makes you process information quickly, and the pressure playing with a lot of people that hypes the experience up. And if you're wrong,
Cool.
it's like a speed deception murder in Hong Kong. That's how it feels. It's like,
My,
all right,
my
so let's
only
play.
my only comment with this is why they're marketing it with an alcohol bottle, a knife and pills.
Oh, that's not an alcohol bottle. That's, I think, arsenic, and then pills, and then a knife. So it's like it's a murder mystery. So
Medyo
Go,
dark.
go.
Medyo dark.
hey, look, there's a pillow, right?
Okay.
Pillow is something that you use to kill someone. It's right there.
Okay.
There.
At all of your tags for this game.
Hey, 10 to 12 friends,
Puzzle.
speed game. Why not?
Speed,
Huwag
puzzle,
nyo lang,
brain.
inumin yung pills na iaabot ni Denmark.
That's my number 3, Turbo Sleuth from WizKids.
Turbo Sleuth, number
Jake.
3. Okay, my number 3 is Horrified American Monsters, which is the sequel to Horrified of the same name, Just Horrified, which was based on like the Universal Monsters, diba?
Okay.
Universal Team Monsters. And that was a fun little co-op game wherein you were playing as one of like B-movie characters, and you're trying to beat the Universal Monsters, which is either Dracula, the merman from the lagoon, Frankenstein's bride, and Frankenstein, the mummy, things like that. super fun. And each of them had a different win condition. So if you were playing with Dracula, it had a different rule set. If you were playing with the
Mm-hmm.
werewolf, it had a different rule set and a different victory condition. So I really, really like that game, how it was very simple, but at the same time, each monster was like a different experience.
Puzzles.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Puzzle, right? So Horrified is the sequel to that, and with it comes, I assume, a new board. I assume a new set of monsters. Not assume, actually, sinabi na nila. But the theme is American monsters. So, monsters in American urban folklore. So,
So
nandun
it's a
si...
standalone. It's not even a
It's a
reskin. It's a
standalone.
standalone.
It's not
All
a
right. Cool.
reskin. You can play it on its own. So, the monsters included is Bigfoot,
Mothman,
Mothman, the Jersey Devil,
the
the
Jersey Devil,
Chupacabra,
right?
the
Chupacabra,
Chupacabra,
right?
the Banshee, and the Ozark Howler, which admittedly hindi ako super familiar with them, but also interesting to find out all these things. Always interesting to
Yeah,
find
yeah.
out new lore and methodology
Mm-hmm.
and mythology, right? So yeah,
Mhm.
Horrified American Monsters
Yeah.
coming out in Gen Con, and hopefully this might also mean more Horrified down the line. So we might have a
Exactly.
Horrified
This
Philippine
kind of
edition.
opens up. Oh,
Aswang
yeah, yeah.
edition. Oh my God, why not?
Oo.
Actually, oo nga, no? May kapre, may
Tikbalang,
tikbalang, gano'n.
manananggal,
Manananggal, tas
engkanto, tiyanak.
tatakbo ka around Manila, no? Tatakbo ka sa sementeryo, sa...
Tres! Horrified
Oo.
13!
Oo
Horrified
nga, no?
13!
So this
Oh, hey,
only
hey,
can
you heard
mean
it
good
first. You heard it
things.
here first.
Yeah,
Horrified
this can
13.
only mean good things. Future, more things from Horrified. And
Yeah, yeah.
I love this game system. So, Horrified.
Definitely opens up a lot of expansion possibilities.
Yeah, yeah. And naalala mo, linaro natin to Ron, di ba? So it works really well with
Yeah,
two
yeah, yeah.
players, three players, four players. So,
We said horrified to Busan. Yeah, why not? Sure.
may train, pwede. May train mechanic running through the map. Pwede.
Cool. All right. Who's next? Oh, Ron, your number
Number
three.
three.
Okay, number
Number
three.
3. Ayan.
Continuing with the horror theme.
The horror. November na soon guys Magandang gabi bayan na soon.
Continuing with the horror theme. So this is this deck builder. Lo and behold, it starts.
Ito na,
Finally, it starts the show.
Yeah, so Richard Garfield's newest addition to his Renegade games. Wala pa ba siyang Renegade games? Wala pa ata. Meron na ba?
Wala yata.
Wala. So this is his first Renegade games game, The Hunger. So in The Hunger, it's the main mechanic is deck building. You will find a lot of similarities to Clan. That's how it's gonna play out, but implemented in a slightly different way. You know? So you play as vampires, trying to move around the board, getting different missions and different artifacts. And along the way, you will be devouring humans.
Devouring
Yeah.
humans.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's in the
And
rule
you were giving me flack for the alcohol bottle and the pills.
Such violence
Yes.
in this
such
game.
violence. So the market for this game is comprised of humans.
The market is
The market, yes. So that's how you build your deck, basically.
Oh.
With humans, you have your familiars. Yeah. So all in the deck. So those are possible cards that you can add to your deck. Not necessarily improve your deck. The humans kind of slow you down, but give you victory points.
of
So
course they slow you down.
Wait.
The art,
okay.
the
Ayaw
the
nila
art
sumama sa gusti.
So the object of the game is for you to go out, gain points, but also return to your castle before the sun rises. So this is
Yeah.
the mechanic what I think is similar also to Clank, that
Yep.
you need to escape, right? So
Mhm.
there. It's exciting because one, it's Richard Garfield. The art looks amazing. Of course, the deck builder, and there are different mechanics that I think I am willing to venture into. I feel like it's gonna be different from the most deck builders that are out right now. So I'm trying to hold on to that, and hopefully we'll get our copies soon.
This is on my
Yeah, yeah.
radar. The art
Yep.
hides the the art looks cute enough to hide the horrible fact that you're doing something really bad.
Yeah.
And I remember I read the rule book. Parang merong mga alam mo in vampire movies how the main vampire will create like a lady vampire na parang ano niya kanyang helps
Harem.
him parang
Yeah.
harem niya parang gano'n na merong undertones a bit. Meron ako nabasa sa rule book na parang may seduction, gano'n. Sabi ko, what? Sabi ko, serious ba to? Sabi ko, gano'n. I kid you not. It's not the exact word, pero parang gano'n yung word na ito. Sabi ko, what? Sabi ko, gano'n.
Well,
It's
So
probably,
why
it's
not?
probably used in one of the skills, I'm sure.
Which is amazing. Tapos ganito yung art. Tapos Richard Garfield yun.
So why
Yeah,
not,
so
right?
yun, it's a different kind of deck building game. So
This
that's
on my
a board
radar.
din.
But what's important
The
is it's a
board.
deck building game. Kasi yun,
I hope this
Exactly.
can replace Clank.
Whether
or they can
whether
live side by side, I think.
All right, cool.
hopefully
Fair
yun,
enough.
that's the dream actually, to have a different kind of deck builder that can exist along with your older deck building game.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
There's always
Cool.
that fear. There's always that fear.
Na
You
ma-
buy
It's gonna be the
something,
same. It's gonna be the same.
you buy something and then you end up feeling like, we already
Parang
have a better
reskin
game
lang.
than this.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Right. So
Let's
there you go.
see.
The
Cool.
hunger.
That's the hunger. All right. So how about you guys? You found anything that you're interested in with the links that we sent, or maybe you're agreeing with some of our picks? We would like to know.
Yung iba gusto lang magpabili ng microwave eh.
air fryer.
Air fryer eh. Galing
Hey,
sa tate.
Kukunin niya na lang talaga dun sa unit eh.
Ever since we reported this on our news segment, it was on my radar also. The hunger. It's just weird that the name's like the hunger.
Si Wilson, pag naglalaban niya talaga yung jersey. Soon, Wilson. Indiana nakalagay. Kumanda ka.
All right, cool. What number are we in? Number 2, right? Number
2 na.
Number
Final 2.
2.
Okay, go.
My number 2 is from a comic book, and it's Mind Majmut.
Wait, may theme na naman. Bakit parang pakikipag ano na naman? Bakit lahat ng games ni Denmark yung kailangan mo magsinungaling? Ganun.
Hindi naman. Kailangan mo protektahan yung mga alam mo. No? The psychic espionage
Sinungaling
games.
talaga sa Denmark eh.
Sinungaling talaga to sa Denmark.
So, one, I clicked on this because of art and also comic book background, but art looks weird, but it looks fitting for this game.
It's unique. The art.
It's unique. It's not
Art is
something like,
unique. Akala ko parang prototype, but yes.
Nakalabas na pala ng testing to.
so it's one against many. That's the mechanic of the game. One against many, and the one is trying to. Shh. The one is trying to go to random places and collect recruits, and the others are trying to stop him before it's too late. So you're gonna be running around the map, and it's cool because you can draw on the map. Like you see this number 3, number 1. I think you can draw markers on that one, if I'm not mistaken. So the players can write down their own clues on the board, because I know this comes with a dry erase marker. So I know how that works, or maybe on just for your own map. But when I was reading the description of this one, it reminded me of Jack.
Okay. The 2-player game.
Yeah, the 2-player game where you're trying to kill everyone, or you are trying to escape the city as Jack the Ripper. So it kind of has that same feel where you're trying to outsmart 4 people.
Secret movement.
Set collecting.
Walk out tuloy si Ron. Ikaw kasi. Ron,
Ron, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ron.
But interesting yung pero interesting yung I guess yung marker movement on the extra pad of paper siguro yan. Or siguro ano yan, pwede mong burahin ulitin yung isusulat
See,
mo, no?
it says
Nakakalimutan
here.
ko rin.
It says here, rogue agents can use dry erase mental notes, quote unquote, to track all the
Oh.
information they're given. So it's also
Oh.
like that pirate game where you're drawing on the board. That just came out recently. I forgot that where you're gonna be using the compass and you're trying
Compass,
to
compass,
find
the
out.
ruler.
Yeah,
Yun ba
what game
yun?
is that? Treasure Island. That one. It kind of
Treasure
has the
Treasure
same
Island.
feel.
Island.
Yeah, but this one you're trying to figure out and you're trying to race.
Di
Also,
alam ni JK na wala siyang friends eh.
doesn't have friends.
Di saka wala akong ano, sure ako wala akong pentel pen sa bahay.
Wala tayo na.
All right. So that's my plus the art drew me also. Hey, it's from a comic book. Sure, why not? So
Cool,
mind
cool.
management.
Yeah, oo nga tama. This is a comic book. Kaya pala it's familiar to me kasi I follow the comic book stories din. Interesting. Oo nga, okay. It has
Cool.
rung a bell. It has rung a bell now.
Ting. And now it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Number 2.
Add to cart.
Oh, here we
Add to
go.
cart. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Dun, dun,
It's
dun, dun, dun,
Thanos.
dun, dun.
It's
Dun, dun,
it's
dun, dun.
Thanos
So,
and Drax and
Aquaman
Aquaman
and
and Mary Jane and Moon Knight.
the Han Solo reskin.
so many IPs in one game.
I know, right? It's Mary
So
Jane.
what is this, Jake? What is this?
So my number 2 is Dune, a game of conquest and diplomacy coming out from Gale Force 9.
Hey, good production, I bet.
Yep, and if I know you, if you're familiar, there's an original Dune game.
Oh my God, how many originals?
Originalist Dune game that came out like years ago and was out of print for a while, and then eventually Gale Force 9 got the rights to reprint the game. So that was more of like a dudes on a map game with asymmetric power. So each race, there are 6 races in that game, and they play either as the Fremen, as either the Bene Gesserit. I hope I'm not butchering the names of the races, but they each have a role to play in the game. So it's like a very tight ecosystem. The problem with that game was it was super long, and you needed to play it almost with a full player count of 6 players to maximize it. Kasi nga, it's like a tight ecosystem. Everybody has a role. It's almost like Root. It's like a predecessor to Root, actually.
It's almost the way you describe it. It's like Game of Thrones.
It's like Game of Thrones,
players,
tama.
Players, different objectives.
Correct.
Ang tagal ng game. You had me at ang tagal ng game.
Tapos masisira yung game pag kulang yung players, di ba?
What makes this different? What makes this different from the original?
So this is a board game wherein they sort of rework that original board game. So they streamlined the rules, and then they made it playable with just up to 4 players. I think 2 to 4 yata playable na with this game. So it's basically the same game but modernized. From what I understand.
Streamlined.
So, streamlined, modernized. So I'm excited to try it. I've always wanted to play the original Dune board game, but I don't have 5 other friends. Sorry, guys. And 6 hours to play a board game. So I'm looking forward to play this with my 3 other friends. Kaya ako naman, I know 3 other friends.
You have 3 but not 5, right?
No, yeah, exactly. I'm working on it. If anybody in the chat wants to be my friend, please. I'm looking for friends. And just play this in under 2 hours. So I'm looking forward to it being released in GenCon. And with the movie, dude, the excitement. Dun.
Yeah,
it's next month, October.
Yep,
October.
Cool pick. All right, Ron, you're up.
Cool.
Number 2. Ron's number 2.
Number 2. Brew.
Bruha
ka.
Bruha. Ayan, so Brew is from Pandasaurus Games, and again, it was the art that drew me in.
Isometric weird art.
But as I read into the game, it falls right into my alley. It's a dice placement game. So it kind of works like a worker placement wherein you try to brew potions, get familiars, earn points basically. So that's what you do in this game. So everybody starts off with the with your own set of dice and element dice, and then you use those dice to get different resources to brew your potions, and then get victory points as the game goes.
So
So
the game is you trying to make the best potion. That's the theme, right?
you
No.
trying to yes, you are trying to make these potions, deliver the potions,
Oh, okay, okay.
and
It's a
use
potion
those
making
potions
game.
basically. It's a potion making
It's
game,
like
yes.
It's
make
like Wax of
potions, deliver
Quedlinburg. Wax
potions.
or the
No.
Which
Witch's Brew.
Oh,
yeah, but again,
Ravensburger game where you're witches and you're the
Witch's Brew
bravest
nga.
witch.
Hindi ba
Is it
Witch's
witches
Brew
brew?
yun?
No, it's not witches brew.
Basta yung
It's
alam ko
not.
yan, yung it's like you go from one location to
one
a
place
tower,
to
you
another.
deliver ka
Yes,
to a tower,
Yes,
di ba?
yes, yes. I'm the
yeah.
bravest.
Potion something parang, oh, may brave witch, ganun, tama, tama.
Yes, right. There you go. But this time you're making that potion to be
Yeah,
delivered. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
cool. Art looks nice too, but I'm not a fan of the
Yeah.
art actually with the animals. It looks weird.
Art looks nice, sabay
Yeah.
hindi ako fan.
No, it looks nice, but the animals per se they kind of look weird in how they drew them. So it's kind of off for
Mm.
me.
Yeah,
Ayaw
so
mo lang
yes,
kasi walang
I
chance
play.
magsinungaling eh. Gusto mo.
Oh my. Outright to eh. Cards played out
Ah,
eh.
I'm not
But
good
yes,
at
I played
lying.
that
You'll
game.
find out. I get found out quickly. So it's not really my
Dice
will.
placement, worker placement, slash
But hey, this looks
resource
interesting.
management.
This
Resource
looks really
management, definitely.
interesting. Cool. Cool. I'll play this.
All
I'll play
right.
this.
Yeah,
Just
that's
flip
my
it through.
number two.
Number
Oh,
two, and
down to our
finally,
topics.
Ayan.
my number one. All right.
Drum roll.
Cool.
Di mo pa nalilipat. Yung artist pala ng Brew is the
Hmm.
same artist that also worked with Dinosaur World, Dinosaur
Oh.
Island.
Oh, kasi Pandasaurus games, lahat yun, di ba? Tama ba
Yes,
ako?
yes,
Okay.
Dinosaur's game.
Cool. All right.
Number
My number
one.
my number one is right in my wheelhouse for it being a
Game where you...
weird theme.
I saw this.
if you
Yeah.
if you saw our last episode, a few episodes back, we were talking about games that will make us automatically buy the "Shut Up and Take My Money" episode. If it has something to do with a macabre or ghost or spirit or something like that, I'm interested. So, Vagrant Song is a bone-chilling, spooky adventure. That's what it says on the box, right?
Okay.
It's a co-op game. It's a co-op game,
Ah.
and that's the design. So it's a co-op, story-driven boss battler. So you and
Yep.
your friends are vagrants trapped in a supernatural ghost train, facing off ghosts who are on the train, and you're adjusting your play style as you level up with your skills and the junk or items that you acquire along the way. Or what happens is you're trying to convert the ghosts into being good ghosts by making them remember their humanity so that they will be they will go they will go and not leave you and just go into the light and cross over. And of course, at the end, there's gonna be a boss where you're gonna be trying to kill
Wait,
him.
wait lang, magninitpick ako ng art. Bakit yung
Cool.
yung hawk person, hindi mukhang hawk yung hawak niya? Ba't mukhang ulam niya yung hawak niya? bakit, bakit mukhang pato yan?
No, I think this art came from it's not yet final. I think these are things that you the art that you can pick from when they were doing this. So I don't know what they came up with, but if that's the art and that's what they're going
No,
with,
it's
that
really
looks
nice.
interesting.
Really nice. Yes.
Yeah,
Steam-
I find the art really nice, detailed, and
Yes. So that
I'm sure
Actually,
if
I
it's
saw
a
this
game-
game before and ang akala kong art niya was more of like Cuphead. Parang ganun kasi yung art nung box eh. Alam mo yung Cuphead na game sa video
the
game sa
game.
Switch?
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
parang black and white, cartoonish.
Black and white, 1940s, 1960s.
Yeah.
Between
That
that
looks
era
nice.
kind of cartoon.
kind of like
Ooh.
a little bit of steampunk feels, little bit Victorian and something.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So
Okay.
that's my number one. It's a campaign game, co-op campaign game. So I'm gonna find friends who will be willing to play 20 scenarios with me.
Dapat at the end of all our episodes, we post like a classified ads of friends.
Looking for friends
Looking
friends.
for friends to
to play
play
board
with.
games with.
Oo,
Cool.
dapat
All
ganun.
right, that's my number one. Vagrant. Forgot what it's
Song.
called.
Vagrant
Vagrant
Song?
song. Vagrant
Yeah.
song. All right,
That's
and
a lot
now
of
it's
games
Wait.
Jake's
in one
Jake's
picture.
turn. Hey,
And
look at
my
that!
number one
Hey,
First
proves
crossover.
me and
First
Ron are
crossover.
friends in board gaming. We are both looking forward to a similar game. So, me and Ron, we love deck builders. Anytime there's a new deck builder that's being announced, our ears
Excited,
automatically
Jake.
and this is a Richard Garfield game, so I won't re-describe the game. Ron already did a good job of that. I guess why I'm just excited about this game is obviously the pedigree. It's Richard Garfield. And I'm curious to see his own interpretation of deck building because si
Yeah.
Richard Garfield, when he designs games, minsan he doesn't necessarily design new concepts. Sometimes he just takes existing concepts and makes them more
Makes them
interesting or
better.
interesting or different, parang ganon. So obviously, like King of Tokyo was his take on Yahtzee.
Mhm.
Yung Bunny Kingdom ba yun was his take on
Bunny
Mm.
Kingdom only. No
Bunny
Bunny
Kingdom.
ano
Kingdom.
pala yun? Bunny Kingdom, ano
Iba
yun?
yan. Iba yung bunny mo
I think
Iba yan,
you're
bro.
you're talking about something else.
Bunny, sorry. Bunny Kingdom was his take on drafting. And now this is his take on deck building. So ako
Right.
excited ako to see how Mr. Magic the
He had
Gathering.
magic already, right? So this must be
Yeah.
the lighter, contained deck building style.
No, and you know mo, always interesting to hear how Richard Garfield thinks about design. So one of the things he really likes when he designs games is yung the concept of chance. So gusto
Mhm.
niya yung parang game na hindi laging predictable yung mangyayari. So that's why in King of Tokyo, he really likes the dice. Doon sa Bunny Kingdom, gusto niya yung hindi mo
Card
I guess
drafting,
mahirap
yeah.
i-predict yung drafting part, di ba? Kasi hindi mo naman
Mm.
mabibilang yung cards, etc. So he really likes yung ability mo to play around randomness or
What you
things
have,
beyond your
yes.
control. Parang ganun. So I wanna see how he does it with this vampire game. Very cute art.
But very bad
Yeah.
things.
To do
Cool.
very bad things to humans. So The Hunger is my
The
number
Hunger.
one game.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
Definitely
so
on our list.
TMI, isang measure namin of how good a game is if kapag willing kami magkaroon ng isang copy ni Jay.
Correct.
Diba?
So,
One
each.
biro mo,
Oh,
ano kami, efficient buyers kami ni Ron eh. So, kung meron na si Ron,
exactly.
wag na. Pag meron na ako, wag na. So,
Cool.
Dune,
Pero kapag
ginawa
ganun
namin
ba
yan sa
ang
Dune
ganito?
Imperium. Ginawa namin yan.
Just
We
one.
bought
One
a
copy.
copy. A copy each. We bought a copy each.
Oh,
of Dune
okay.
Imperium.
Hey, that was worth it.
copy.
Our family's enjoying Dune
Exactly.
Imperium. So
Yeah,
it's really good.
So, maybe this is one of those games na
Cool.
we will own a copy each.
All
So,
right.
that's our number one.
And finally, Ron, take us home.
Number one.
Number
Return to
one.
Dark Tower. So,
The movie
any of
sucks.
you,
Grabe.
bakit?
Anyway, go on.
Okay. May sine ka ba? Ikaw ba? Nakagawa ka na ba ng sineng maganda?
Idris Elba yun ah.
Soon.
Ah,
Okay, Return to Dark Tower.
So, Return to Dark Tower. If you were alive back in 1981, there was a
No.
game called Dark
No,
Tower.
we were not alive.
Yeah, so the board game is very way ahead of its time. It used electronic tower in the middle. So, yun.
Batteries
so,
not
syempre,
included.
I assume batteries are not included. But yeah, it was very ahead of its time. So now that we're in the 2020 decades,
It's caught up.
we have, it's caught up.
Finally,
So,
time.
And yeah, Return to Dark Tower is being produced by Restoration Games. So if you
Yes.
know anything about Restoration Games, they really up the ante of their games. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
when it comes to components, right? So if you have if you remember the components from before, they're gonna be improving it on the new version. So,
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
like for example, for Fireball Island, we did see the very
Superb.
improvement
Superb.
of the work. Yeah, diba? Sa components niya. So I'm expecting that very same treatment to Return to Dark Tower. And then
Mm.
Return to Dark Tower, what's different from the 1981 game is that I think they incorporated uh, co-op um, gameplay, wherein all of
Ooh.
you are working together to overcome the Dark Tower. So basically, I think the previous one only worked with the competitive side, each one of you trying to overcome just the Dark Tower itself. So this time there's a cooperative aspect to it, different characters, and then of course, but some might have
Correct.
an issue with the round board, but I don't know.
Correct me
I,
if I'm wrong, but doesn't the tower actually do something and it's just not there
Yes, of
for
course.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
it's not
It's
just
called the
there
Dark
for
Tower for a
aesthetic.
reason.
I know, right? But maybe they just wanted the monolith so that people will look at it. But I know it has a
It
function,
lights
right? What
up.
does it do?
It lights up.
Yes, yes, it lights up, but also there are the skulls basically that move around the dark
Oh, okay.
tower basically,
Okay.
and it's a measure of something, right?
It's like a,
Uh,
you know how a dice tower is an analog mechanism
yeah,
wherein you like random cubes are decided. So this one is electronic. So it
yeah,
decides
this one's electronic. So,
how many where the enemies go on the map, and then certain events will
Oh,
happen.
cool, cool, cool,
It
cool.
was amazing
for the
for its
record,
time, right?
yeah,
Imagine
yeah.
that. Oh.
Mm.
That's why it has those
For the record, for the
holes
record,
right there.
Hmm.
it's functional. some
Right.
some games kasi they just release for the sake of it na meron na kaming plastic. But yeah, so Dark Tower has its purpose. It does a lot of. It's involved in the gameplay itself. So there are
Mhm.
doors. Then there's a Dark Tower. Things move around the Dark Tower. So there, it affects the gameplay itself. So
Cool. That is
it
cool.
should because it's a game revolving around the Dark Tower.
Hope
Plastic lang
hopefully
pala.
it's not the price of Fireball Island, but it seems like it will be that price
I would
when it
think
comes
so.
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
be
I think
surprised. I'd be
in
surprised.
terms of their production, I think yeah, it's gonna
It's
be
worth
around
it,
that
right? Bang
price
for your buck.
point. Then yeah, yeah, I suppose.
Cool.
I hope it's a good game, then, man.
Cool. Cool, 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 cool,
Not
cool,
just
cool.
for the not just for the shenanigans of it.
For the gimmick.
Shenanigans.
For the gimmick of it.
Yep.
Hey, that was good. That was a good list. And it's surprising that
Mm.
we only had one game that uh
Overlap.
overlapped or crossed over with
Yeah.
someone. And it just shows that there are a lot of good games and there are a lot of different set of people that are playing those games. That's why there are a lot of releases every year. I think it's averaging around 5,000 a year now. So whatever
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you're gonna have one. You're gonna see one. And Ron is saying he's excited about the Transformers deck building game.
Yes, yes.
So,
That's on my short
kung
list.
meron man actually, nasa special mention ko rin siya. So, aside from the Transformers deck building game, there's also the G.I. Joe deck building
Deck
game.
building
Yes,
game.
meron ding Power Rangers
Ah,
deck building game,
Deck.
di ba? Diba?
yeah.
Right. Since you're saying it,
So,
anything else that you're gonna add to your short list? Just a quick fire of the ones that didn't make your top five, but you wrote it down and thought about it. Okay, that's Transformers, G.I. Joe. Anything else? You guys have
I
anything
was
else?
just gonna say sa chat, si Kyo thought there was the Dark Crystal board game. I remember there was like a Dark Crystal na game talaga, di ba? Or was that just
Yeah,
a movie? There was
it,
that,
it,
yeah,
it
and
didn't
then
click.
yeah.
Steam Up, which is
Steam
the
up.
dim sum game. I
Yeah.
don't know that.
Hmm.
Is that like a sequel to Sushi Go, wherein you instead of different sushis, you get different dim sums?
Hey, it might. Hey, we can check that out. That's why we're asking people to chime in. Hey,
Yeah,
that sounds
exactly.
interesting. Sounds interesting. We're gonna
Yeah,
check
it
that
does.
out.
It does. It does. It does. I
Steam
love
up.
sushi art.
Nasa special
Uh
mention ko rin yung, of course, Clank. in space
Yeah, the
I saw
expansion.
that. I saw that. Feeling ko yung special mention namin ni Ron, nandun yung overlap eh. Kasi nag-aantayan kami kung sinong bibili. Nag-aantayan kami. Ikaw ba bibili, Chong? Ikaw ba bibili? Ako
So
ba bibili?
there's a new Clank expansion in space coming out, right?
Yep.
That's the one
Yes.
that you're saying.
Mhm.
I have Night of the Ninja. I also have Mosaic. It's the
The Ninja
civilization
is
game.
another
You didn't roll.
identity game. I saw that.
Echoes, the one that we reported where you're trying to find the killer only by listening.
Or in
Eh,
Tagalog, Hechos.
Chismoso.
Hechos.
And Lost Ruins of Arnak expansion.
Oh yeah, that would have been on my short list. Pero ako kasi I haven't played the base game enough. So hindi ba ako ready to buy an expansion?
But it's good. Oh,
It's
we have the link for Steam. It's on our chat. Thank you for that, Ron. Maybe we can share it also in the chat room so that others can also see.
Check
Cool.
natin kung
Jake,
ano.
anything else that it's on your short list?
Wala naman top of mind. A couple of expansions are coming out, and I was also looking forward to the Transformers game. I was looking forward to the Clank in Space expansion. Always excited with GenCon.
Oh my
actually.
gosh, we have to show
You gotta
this.
show this, the dim sum game.
Yes. You know why? Because it looks so nice.
You look so nice.
You have to share it twice.
Pwede ka ba mag-live?
Look at that. I don't care.
Ooh, it looks
Look
like
at
good enough to eat.
that.
Pwede
See?
ka ba mag-live dyan?
There's chicken feet. There's
Chicken
chicken
na.
feet, bro. It's the
Chicken
red
feet.
one.
Is it 12 zodiac signs?
Yeah, they look like zodiac signs. There's a dog, a monkey, a bunny, a dragon, a tiger. Yeah, this looks good. This looks nice. Hey, something else to add on our list. Hey, this looks
Oh, I
nice.
wonder how much this game is. Oh my god.
Look
Oh,
there,
Ah,
there it
maliit
is.
lang siya, maliit lang siya.
It's like on a Steam crate thingy.
What is the gameplay of this, Ron? Like, is it like it can be anything. Is it a Euro? Is
Set
it
collection and action management. Light, medium
Wow.
weight set collection, action management. So I guess you're trying to collect food, different types of food.
I was just gonna say pala on the short list, I guess one thing that's coming out in this GenCon was the second edition of Great Western Trail. So that's
Yeah,
coming
I
out.
was just about to say that.
So that's coming out. And ako naman, hindi ako 100% I wanna get it kasi nga yung rule ko is if I'm gonna get it immediately. Pero I'm sure at some point, I would upgrade to the second edition. Especially with, like, they're planning 3 games in that line, right? Of Great Western Trail.
Yeah.
The
And then
Great
the other...
Western Trail and the Great Western
Yeah,
Trail.
the Great Further West Trail.
Oh.
As you go further.
Yung pangatlo, greater.
The greatest Western Trail.
Boom,
And then
California. Here we
The
come.
other one I was was yung Merchants of the Dark Road,
Oh yeah, that one
which
too.
is Kickstarter, I guess last year.
And it's
I
now
was
on
thinking
retail,
about
right?
backing that, but I was just trying to be judicious. Morgan, if you're still in the chat, I almost backed that Merchants of the Dark Road. Pero I tried to be intelligent buyer.
Ayan tayo,
on this
naghanap
one.
tayo ng kadamay eh. Yan eh.
Oo nga, baka kasi binak ni Morgan eh. Di ko lang alam. Makikilaro na lang ako.
Ronnie's on the chat, so let's ask him privately.
Oo nga. So yun,
Alright.
Merchants of the Dark Road, another Euro. Looks interesting.
Short.
So let's...
Short list ko rin pala, of course, we mentioned it, Dinosaur World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Ay,
the
si
sad
Ronnie
news,
nalungkot.
with the sad news na nanakawan yung Pandasaurus game.
Yeah, wait.
Kawawa
If
naman.
you want to hear more news about those, we're gonna report that next week, next Wednesday, and another report on TGG. Yeah, we're gonna report that in detail on Wednesday. So we hope you can join us at 8 p.m. for our regular news. This is the
show.
flash Flash report, news, 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 news.
Pag nakabalik na ako, guys, pag ano, yung flight ko this
Yeah, you might
weekend.
be
Kailangan
you'll be
naman
quarantined.
quarantine, guys.
You'll be in your
Oo.
hotel room
Oo
quarantining.
nga. Sige. Takits tayo, takits.
So that's it. That's our report from Indianapolis GenCon.
Gen Kent, Indianapolis Gen Kent.
So 15 games from actually 14 games that you might be interested in. If you like what some of the games sound, hey, go check it out and ask Jake to order it for you. So
Send nyo yung size ng paa nyo.
we would like to remind you that we also have other shows on the Variable Play Network. And on Sunday, we're going to have Sunday Night Magic at 9 p.m. with Javi. So if you're interested on what's happening in the Magic world, go check it out. And in the morning at 8 a.m., if you want to get fit and learn new games with a 52 deck of cards, join Ron and Gabay at 8 a.m. for their fitness and board gaming. And that's what they do on Sundays. And then, of course, we have other regular shows every week. So I think next week is going to be a busy week for us. There's going to be a lot of shows coming out next week. So stay tuned. If you want to see that, you can always tune in on the Variable Play page. Anything else, guys?
No, have a great weekend, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, be excited. Be excited for the new game.
Yeah. And a lot of games
Oh.
coming out in Gen Con. So I'm sure in our next new show, we'll talk about all the great games that came out in Gen Con.
Yep. Hopefully not the ones that we mentioned
Right.
here. Right.
Yeah,
So-
no. It's like 5,000 games, man. There's bound to be a couple more games to discuss.
So there you go. Thank you for joining us for our flash news on Gen Con 2021 and showing you 15 games that we're interested in. And until then, we'd like to thank you. I'm Denmark. That's
I'm Jake, reporting from Indianapolis.
and
And I'm Ron, located at booth 214.
and we're Variable Play Network's news team. And thank you for joining us and see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.